I wasn't sitting here too long. We're going to get started with today's combination seated class. I tried to get the results of the poll that we put out last week and week before, but they don't seem to be showing, so I'm doing something wrong. I'll get that, I'll figure out how to see that properly to make sure that we are giving you the content that you want to see on our Facebook. Today we're going to be doing another combination class of strength and coordination, and I just want to thank everyone for joining. So those of you who are new, my name is Becky. I'm part of the therapy team at Stride Mobile Physiotherapy. We offer services in the Okanagan Valley in British Columbia, Canada. Today we'll be doing our seated class, so make sure we have a nice sturdy chair with arms, have some water with you, and if you feel, I always have to read this because I'm afraid I'm going to miss something. If you feel any pain, dizziness, shortness of breath while doing these exercises, please stop. And if you feel it's necessary, call 911. Also, before doing any of these classes, make sure you've spoken with either your physiotherapist or your healthcare provider to make sure that these are the right classes for you. So I'm just going to refresh my screen here to make sure I can see anyone who's joining or any live comments or questions. So one quick second here. And there I am. Now, comments on. So I will keep trying to check that, making sure I don't miss anybody, and we'll get started today. So we will be starting with a warm-up. We will have 2 blocks of strength exercises, and then we'll wrap up the class with coordination exercises. Those will be broken down into arms, legs, and then combined. We'll be doing 2 repetitions of each block and taking breaks in between, of course. All right? So let's start with sitting up nice and tall, and we're going to take 3 nice deep breaths. Okay, so we're going to go in through our nose, out through our mouth, like we're blowing out birthday candles. Okay, and of course breathe into the belly. All right, now we're going to get some arm raises, some quick marches, and then we'll get into our strengthening. So we're just going to slowly raise our arms up and slowly bring them down. We'll do this 3 times, so 2 more times. Good. Last one. Excellent. All right, fix my collar. Now we're going to do some marching. We're doing about 10, 2, nice and slow, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent, excellent. I'm just going to make sure I didn't miss any comments. Good. Wonderful. So now we're going to get into marching. So I did small little marches. So now with the strengthening ones, we're going to want to sit nice and tall, good and sturdy. Oh my goodness. I apologize if you see any dog hair during this video. My sweet baby Molly is shedding, so her hair's everywhere. Anyways, when we're marching, there's a couple ways you can make marching more difficult if you need more resistance. You can use just your own hands and put resistance against as you're marching. You can put ankle weights on, or you can take a TheraBand, tie it around one foot and just repeat with one leg and then switch with the other. All of those add resistance that make this harder. And of course, if you don't want resistance, but you're progressing from small lifts to big lifts, that's all great. Remember, always respect pain. None of these should hurt. And if they do, pull it back so that there's no pain. All right, so let's start with 10 marches. I'm going to do nice big marches, okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. All right. Now we're going to do arms out to the side. So out like this and in. Again, you can have a TheraBand and do this motion if you want to make it harder, or you can pull the TheraBand to give even more resistance. Those are ways to make this particular one more difficult. All right, so out to the side, in, let's open our fingers nice and wide at the end and back for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Now we're moving on to our kicks. So straight out. You know what I'm going to tell you. You can either tie a TheraBand onto the leg of your chair to create resistance, or you can put ankle weights on if you need more. All right? I'm not going to do any of that. We're just going to kick our legs out nice and controlled back 10 times each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. All right, we're going back to the top, and then we'll take a break. So back to 10 marches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Moving arms to arms up, moving on to arms to the side. So as tall as you can comfortably lift your arms, but not bringing them above your shoulders, just even, okay? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Moving on to our kicks. 1, 2, 3, all with nice tall posture. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great job. All right, made it to our first break. Good job. Let's take 3 nice deep breaths. In through our nose, out through our mouth. Excellent. You can grab a sip of water. I'm just going to check to make sure I haven't missed anyone on the comments here. buena, gracias por venir. Qué excelente. Hey, hola. Elena is my mother-in-law. She lives in Uruguay, so she's made a special point to tune in. Siempre agradecida, agradecida. Te quiero mucho, Elena. Thank you so much for joining us. It's very important. So, my own sip of water. Brilliant. Okay. Moving on to our second block of strengthening exercises, which we're also going to repeat 2 times. We're going to start with heel raises, then we'll do our stepping out to the side, and then side bends. So, heel raises, it's better to bring your feet closer to you so that you have wider range, because if they're out too far, they're not going to move very much. So bring them in. Easiest way for adding resistance is just putting some weight on your knees so that there's weight to push against. You don't have to do that either. You can just enough work to sit up nice and tall and do those heel raises. So we'll be doing 10 of those. Slow and controlled, especially when we're coming down, because that's where the muscles aren't used to holding a contraction. And it'll be better to just slowly come down. You might even feel some shaking. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. All right, moving on to legs apart. So again, you can move a little further forward in your chair if you're able. It just gives you more range. Remember, respecting pain, move to where you're comfortable. If that's to here, that's perfect. If that's to here, that's perfect. All right, so we're going to do 10 times each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent job. These exercises we just did are excellent for hip abductors and hip flexors. So this is a combination exercise for and adductors. So all of this works the leg out to the side muscles, leg up muscles, and leg back into center muscles, which is great. Okay, so now we're going to move to side bends. We can scoot back a little in our chair. Now, what's important about these is going nice and slow, because we are working with the movement of our spine. So the slower you go, the better it is, because if there is any tweaks of pain, you'll feel it with time to slowly and gently correct. So we'll do 5 to each side. Hanging on to the opposite side of the chair that you're going to be leaning. Feet firmly planted on the ground. Nice tall posture. And just lean over to the side. You will feel a stretch through this side of your body. It'll feel really good. So there's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Excellent. Let's switch. So hanging on to the opposite side, arm hanging down, slow lean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. All right, back to the top with our heel raises. So sitting up nice and tall, taking our feet up, or in slightly to get more range with lifting those heels. Slow and controlled up, slow and controlled down for 10. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Okay. Scoot forward in your chair slightly if you need to, if you're able. Nice and tall, legs out to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. Now, if you want to make this one more difficult, you would tie a TheraBand to this ankle and you would do this. That would create resistance going one direction. You could tie a TheraBand somewhere else, but the easiest thing would be just to put an ankle weight on. Then you're just moving with weight equally throughout the whole range. Okay? Perfect. So now we're going to finish up with our side bends, sitting nice firmly inside our chair. Don't cross your legs, Becky. Feet firmly planted on the ground. Nice and long through the torso. Hanging on to the opposite side with which you're going to bend. So it'll look like this. We'll do 5. Nice and slow, making sure there is no pain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Let's switch sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. We've made it to our second break. Good. We're going to do our deep breaths, get some water, sit nice and tall, in through our nose, out through our mouth, and into our bellies. One more. Great. Sip of water. Very important to stay hydrated. All right, I'm going to check the comments here. Oh, there are several. Hello, Irina. Gracias por vernos. Ay, los perdí. Kathy. Hello, Kathy. Joining us from New York. Thank you for joining us, Kathy. Take care of yourself there. And thank you for tuning in. That means a lot. Oh, hello.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
Thank you. Good. All right. Well, now we're moving into the coordination bit, May. Can
Good.
you man the camera from behind? Okay. Good. Totally surprised me. Okay. Here we go. So now we're going to get into our coordination section of the class. We're going to start with arms, go to legs, and then we're going to combine them. All right? So again, it's making sure we're sitting nice, secure, stable, tall. And we're going to start with very simple row forward, extend your fingers, pull back, push up, extend your fingers. So it's fingers drawn to fists when it's toward the center of your body, and expand open into nice jazz hands at the end, okay? So let's do 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, coordination, we're going to do one hand forward, other hand up, and switch. Okay, let's do 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, production manager? That's right. Hopefully that hasn't been heard, because I've had music on this whole time. Shouldn't have done that. That's okay. All right, so there's the switch. We're going to do one more. Our arms out to the side. But we've done this as a warm-up, so we're going to do one arm out. Well, not as a warm-up. We've already done this exercise, so we'll do arm out and arm up. So instead of this, we're doing this. All right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Now we're going to cross, cross. Okay, so the arm will be coming up and across, and we're going to be getting light rotation through the trunk. That's very important. We want to make sure we're getting that rotation through our trunk. Okay? So feet on the ground, nice and tall. Let's do 5 reach and rotates. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent job. We're going to add reaching down. So as opposed to reaching up, we'll be adding reaching down. And you notice there's still a nice trunk rotation, and arm is going across the body and down. Okay? So let's add that to our reaching up. So we're making like an X. All right? So up, up, now, down, down, up, up, down, down. Let's do another couple. Up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down. One more. Up, up, down, down. Excellent. Now we're going to move on to the legs. So you can scoot forward in your chair a little bit if you're able to, and we're going to just, instead of doing our ankle raises in a static position, one foot is going to go forward with the toes up, heel down. Other foot's going to come back and land on toes. So you see how my front foot, the heel's down, and my back foot, the toes are down? Now we're going to switch. The front foot, heel is down, back foot, toes are down. Let's do 5 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. Let's do another 2. 1, 2, and then back to center. Excellent. Now we're going to march, and then lift one leg out to the side, march, and lift one leg out to the side. Let's do a couple repetitions of those. So, march, step, 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 step. This is too fast for you. You can do every other beat, right? Good job. Okay. Do one more each side. 1 and 2. Good job. All right. Let's take a quick break, because now, after this, we're going to get into combining our hands and feet together. So let's get some water, take some deep breaths. Not in that order. Let's take some deep breaths and get some water. Excellent. Let's get some water and then I'll check the comments. Any comments? Okay. Kathy's yay was the last one I saw.
Danny, Habichu's wife. Because we have several Dannys, eh? Daniela Unfried.
Yes.
Hola, saludos desde Costa Rica.
Hola, gracias por vernos. Thank you for joining our class. It's so wonderful that you're tuning in. She's tuning in from Costa Rica. So we have someone from Uruguay, New York, Costa Rica. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. That's wonderful. Okay. Ready? So, let's start with something relatively easy as marching and clapping. All right, so we're going to march on the spot and clap. This gets us warmed up using our hands and feet together. All right, now we're going to go into the row and reach. I make these names up as I go. Okay, so still marching, row and reach, row and reach. Let's do 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good job. Now, we're going to continue to march, okay? And we're going to reach across, reach across, reach across and down, reach across and down, all while marching, okay? If at any point you are out of breath or tired or dizzy, stop. Don't feel pressured to keep up. The idea is to enjoy and move, okay? So, reach, 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 reach. Let's do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Good job. All right. What should I do next, Mr. Me?
Can you do this?
Clap and turn?
Yes.
While marching?
Yes.
Okay. Marching. Clap and rotate, reaching back. Come back to center clap. Reach back and rotate with the other hand. Okay? Let's do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Good job. Now, let's go back to row and reach. Row, reach. Row, reach. Row, reach. Row, reach. Now, I'm going to step it up. You're welcome to continue with the row and reach, or we can step it up by switching. Okay? One hand does one hand does the other. Let's do another 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. Let's take a quick break. We're going to move into, well, actually, we're at the end of our class. We're going to move into our cool down here after a couple breaths. So let's take a nice deep breath, 3 of them. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to do our pelvic tilts. So that's going to look like when you roll your bottom forward, you make a C shape, the front part of you. Then you roll your bottom backwards, which ends up making it like your bum sticking out of the back. Okay, let's do 5 of those. 1, 2, great for movement. 3, in your lower back. 4, nice and slow, and 5. Great. Now we're going to do some stretching of the legs. Put one leg out slightly forward. We're going to reach across and down. You'll feel stretches in 2 places. You'll feel a stretch down the back and side and on the back of your leg. Really important with stretching, it shouldn't hurt. Once you reach a nice gentle pull in the muscles, whichever start to pull first, stop there and we're going to hold for 20 seconds, okay? Here we go. Don't forget to breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come up. Good. Take a breath in between. Let all the blood rush back to where it's supposed to be. Extend the other leg. Reach over and across. Same thing. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring yourself up. Good job. Take a breath. Let the blood return. Now we're going. Bad habit of crossing my legs. Now we're going to stretch our arms. So we're going to take one arm, lift it across, and gently stretch. You should feel a stretch across the back of your arm and possibly even into your shoulder. We'll hold this for 15 seconds. That's 5, 10, coming down for 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring your arm down. Good job. Switch arms. Good. 3, 2, 1. Slowly switch arms. Good job. We're going to finalize with some gentle shoulder rolls. We're going to roll our shoulders back 5 times and forward 5 times to get some nice movement through our shoulder girdle. Okay? So starting with rolling shoulders back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whoops, 5, not 10, let's go forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Well, are there any other comments or people joining before I wrap up?
They're saying hello, kisses, hugs.
Who?
Danny, Daniela, Umfrit.
Ah, hello, kisses and hugs back, Daniela. Okay, so thank you very much for joining us, and we are very grateful. Oh my gosh, all the fur. Very grateful for everybody who does tune in and support us, and we're very happy to know that we are helping people who may not be able to leave their homes. We would also just like to take a moment to remind everybody that love is one of the most strongest forces in the world. So sometimes when there's so much negative, it's important that we remember love and we show love to everybody, no matter what. Thank you for joining. Again, my name is Becky, part of the therapy team at Stride Mobile Physiotherapy in the Okanagan Valley in British Columbia, Canada. Take care. Love thy neighbor.